Welcome, bow betters. Welcome to Sip and Smoke MMA picks and gambling, as well as cigars and beer. Unfortunately, we're not doing the cigars and beer today as I am indoors. I can no longer smoke here in the dungeon. We're here in the dungeon, but welcome, bow betters. Let me check the sound here, folks. Make sure we're actually
MMA picks.
all right. We got
and
sound.
gambling
We got
as well
sound.
as
Everything's
cigars
working
and
well.
beer.
You know, with this new computer, everything is going well. Things are. How are you doing? Everything is well. Let me pop out the chat over here. Welcome, bow betters. Well, some things have happened in this card, Rose Namajunas versus Amanda Ribas, right? There has been some line movement in an area that I'm interested in, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. Please like and subscribe. The channel is growing. I mean, not necessarily growing, but we're getting more views, more traction, making some shorts, doing the cigar thing, doing the beer thing. It's all thanks to you folks. Hopefully, we continue to grow. Also, thanks to the computer and the little work that I put in. Though we are down $400 so far this year. One thing that I have found very good about DraftKings, and I didn't notice this, and I think Rivers has it as well, probably MGM and all the gambling platforms have it as well. You can have your own transparency. It will show you how much you have been wagering. There's a history. There's a very transparent log of your bets, your winning and losing percentages, and how much you've lost to date, right? So I forget to, I should have looked at the winning percentages and given you some of that data, but I'm very transparent about what it is that I do, how I'm doing. I'm down $400 this year. That doesn't mean that I've been losing consistently or losing a lot. It just means that I've placed some of the bigger bets that I placed that have not gone my way. I'm curious, and I will look at what my winning percentage actually is. I have to give credit to those guys, even though I'm not really big fans of them. I think they're very honest. Unlike so many people in this YouTube gambling capper sphere area, that a lot of guys just lie. There's just this area is plagued with people that are frauds, that are fakes, that are not actually who they say they are, or are not actual gamblers, right? Like, I'm an actual gambler. I actually don't do this for a living. I'd like to. It would be great to do the living. I don't know if I would want to do gambling for a living. That's a very interesting thought. If I would be a better gambler as opposed to stock market picker, I think I might do better in the stock market, maybe in the commodities, maybe in the gold market, silver, right? Love these Canadian coins. A little overspec, but they're still just so beautiful. Just love holding them. Watch check. I got the Blue Orient today, Open Heart Orient, and I put it on this leather strap there. I found that this Orient does not like the there's an Open Heart there. Doesn't like the quick release strap, so I had to put it on a fixed strap, and this one is just beautiful. Beautiful strap. $8 for this strap right here. Probably one of the best deals I've bought in quite some time from Amazon. Fits this watch perfectly. Matches the shoes. We always showing the shoes off. The Clarks. Let me stretch it. I don't stretch anymore. I used to be able to put my leg over my head. I got to get into shape, guys. I'm 54 years old. I'm an old man. I'll still kick ass if I have to, but thank God I don't have to. Thank God we have our Second Amendment rights here, and if anything goes down. Oh, product review. Bought another one of these Bushnell red dots here. I put one, I have like 4 of these now, and I took one off of my 22 caliber Ruger and put it on my shotgun. So this red dot on the shotgun is fucking sick. It's only like 4 ounces. It looks a lot heavier, but it feels like nothing. Very light, excellent buy. These are actually, During COVID, these went up as high as like $80, and now they're back to almost what I purchased it originally for. They're $59. I initially bought the other three that I have for $49. So this is still a great deal. If you want a red dot for your rifle, small rifle, your shotgun, or even your small 22 rifle or takedown Ruger, something, this is a way to go. This is a great price. It's better than a lot of the other Chinese products that you have out there, and it's just far less. It's like 1/8 of the price of a Vortex, or when you get into these higher end categories, or even a Sig Sauer or Hollow Sun. This is still far cheaper than those, and for $59 you can't beat it. So I highly recommend these Bushnell TSR. I forget what the actual thing, TSR something something, but excellent, excellent little red dot for your weapon. So yeah, that's another reason why I don't have to work out, is because, or you can, but you know, you're gonna submit me, you're gonna beat me up. What is that gonna accomplish? I'm just gonna go home and come back. I'll be back. you know. Oh yeah. So that being said, looking at this card, I think putting this Ribas and Namajunas, I'm sorry, on this card was just a big waste. I don't think there were a lot of wastes on any other parts of this card, right? Like I think that, whoa, what happened here? What's going on? Come on, computer. Yeah, my mouse froze there. I don't think that they're. Let's go, mouse. Come on. Interesting. Interesting. Come on, I need the mouse. Okay, well, I'll use the handheld mouse here. Yeah, I don't think that the rest of the card, like there are any sacrifices there, right? Like that there would have been for to take a Ribas and not Namajunas Rose at a UFC fight night. What the fuck is that? Ex champ, high ranked Amanda Ribas, potential champion. I mean, great main event. I mean, what a main event. I mean, main event is just fantastic. But the rest of the card, to put those ladies heading a card like this is insulting to Rose. I mean, the ESPN and UFC know what they're doing. ESPN is getting a big bang for their buck. Dana's pulling a boxing model. He's basically having one big headline fight and a bunch of garbage below it. Like, look at the card: Carl Williams, Justin Tafa, Shabazian, AJ Dobson. Tell me if there's a star anywhere in this. Put it down in the comment section. Tell me now in the chat. Where is there somebody that has any sort of traction, any chance to become a champion, any potential to become a star up and down this card? And I'm going to say no, 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 no. Right? Billy Quarantillo versus Youssef Zalal. Wait. Okay, I have to check myself. Peyton Talbot and Cameron Simone, both those guys were really touted as being potential stars. Good-looking kids, very action-packed, aggressive fighters, up-and-comers. If there is a fight of up-and-comers on this card, it is that fight right there. Fernando Padilla versus Luis Peulo. Kurt Hallbach versus Trey Ogden. Ricardo Ramos versus Julian Erosa. DraftKings, I didn't get a line on that, but we're going to discuss that particular bout because I'm interested in betting that particular fight as well. And I don't know why my mouse is not working. Come in, mouse. Wow, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Why is it not working? There is no reason why this mouse should not be working. Here, I'm going to do something that's going to be boop, boop. All right. Do you guys still hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? It's always something with technology, huh? We're always, even though I have the new technology. Okay, the mouse is working. Let's see if the mic seems to be working well now too. All right, awesome. No one's in the chat anyways. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Like I said, guys, I am getting traction. I just put out a short video yesterday on cigars. Finally got it in the format that I needed to make a short. Getting more views on my shorts. If you take a look at my shorts, you'll get a quick pick. I probably won't be able to do another quick pick before tomorrow, but we're going to discuss and we're going to lay down a bet today as we're discussing this. And it's going to be either on that, and I'm going to just let you guys know right now, in that bout between Billy Quarantillo and Yusuf Zalal is what I'm going to look at. And then we're going to see if the bout between Peyton Talbot and Cameron Saman has improved at all. As well as and or the bout between Julian Rosa and Ricardo Lamas. I'm very interested in that. So Hamo Aarons, Steven Nguyen, I mean Montserrat Rendon versus Daria. I forget Shirikova. I mean Montserrat's just a hot, beautiful, beautiful woman. Just I mean I don't even want to mention. And we're not going to even discuss the bottom of this card. We're not going to discuss Montserrat. I don't think that. All full disclosure again, I have not done my research on this whole card, so I'm not going to discuss this whole card. I'm going to just focus on four particular positions. The first position is it's very, very easy for me to discuss is Carl Williams versus Justin Tafa. I've already placed a bet on this, and if you followed my shorts, you would already know that my bet is on Justin Tafa, rounds 1 and 2 via KO. I think, oh, there's Brian. This guy, yeah, my picks do suck. My picks are going to get you broke, guys. My picks are going to get you broke, right? Do not always pick for me. I'm a loser. I'm down $400 this year. You're doing much better than I, Brian. Williams by sub. Okay, yeah, I get that he said Williams by sub. Here's my thing there is that Williams definitely, by far, has the better athleticism. Like, Justin Tafa is not an athlete. Carl Williams is an athlete. The guy could have been a pro football player. Was he a pro athlete? I mean, he could have been a track star. The guy just athletically far superior than Justin Tafa, right? We've seen, though, in the UFC and in MMA, athleticism doesn't always translate into kicking ass, right? You could be as great an athlete you want to be, and you could still get bitch slapped by somebody. It doesn't matter. You got to train in fighting. It's a whole different sport. Carl Williams is that type. Just like Kenny Njoku the other day, against OSP. Kenny Njoku is an athlete, fucking talented physical specimen. No killer instinct, no drive to have skills that actually will hurt people. And that's where this comes in. Justin Tafa is a killer. He is that one punch dude. He wants to knock you out. He likes to knock you out. He enjoys it. He's about that life. Carl Williams is not about that life. Carl Williams is an athlete. He's in here for the money, for a paycheck. He's in here for the sport. Yes, they all are. But Justin Tafa just has that hand. He's going to have the advantage. If Carl Williams is, he's going to feel that power, he's going to wilt. He's going to fold like a chair. He's going to be like, oh, I got to wrestle. And when he's not able to wrestle, when his takedown accuracy, which is only 46%, fails, right? Where the 100% takedown defense of Justin Tafa wins out and succeeds, right? Then we're going to see that Justin Tafa will knock out Carl Williams. To me, it's knockout for Justin Tafa or Carl Williams to sort of lay and pray this. But again, after each round, the fight starts standing up, and Justin Tafa is going to be, very dangerous every start of each round. Right? So, am I not in view? I'm in view. What are you talking about? I'm in view. So, I've already placed a bet on Justin Tafa. And it was basically as a dog money. I got dog prices for Justin Tafa. Where's Justin Tafa now? Let's go look at the gambling lines here. Where Justin Tafa is. Oh, Muhammad Usman. I mean, another. Welcome, bout betters. Thank you, Brian, for joining the chat and talking your smack. I need all the haters. I want all that heat, all the heat, because it's great, man. Oh no, Julian Rosa is still. Oh, there it is. The line for Julian Rosa and Ricardo Ramos is up, and Julian Rosa at plus 145, baby. We're gonna talk about that next. Let's talk about that next, but let's finish off with what we were Justin Taffa here. Just a horrible card. Horrible, horrible card, guys. But let's see, sometimes I say it's horrible, and then like next thing you know, the guys, all the fighters show out. Justin Taffa is up to plus 160 again. So I had Justin Taffa at plus 160. He dropped. So at plus 160 all day, guys. I'm still on Justin Taffa plus 160. What is his KO number? I think his KO number is going to be the same as or similar, right? It's similar to Taffa KO plus 215. So not much more meat there. Not horrible. Let's see if they give a round prop here. Taffa round one plus 350. Again, not horrible. Horrible pick. What's horrible about it? Defend your pick there, Brian. Defend your stance there. Why Williams is going to win. Williams is not a killer. I'm telling you, man. Williams doesn't have, his wrestling's not that good, right? Taffa's going to be able to push him off, shrug him off. All Taffa does is punch and fight off takedowns. That's what he does. That's all he does in fighting. That's all he does. He defends takedowns and then he punches the shit out of people. That's what he does all day. Doesn't practice jiu-jitsu. Doesn't practice. Well, he got some kicks too. Justin Taffa's got some kicks. That boy can kick. He's gonna kick Williams. The first time Williams is hit by Taffa or gets a kick from him, he's gonna be, I don't like this. I don't want to be here. Please get me out of here. Let me wrestle. Let me try to lay on this guy and wear him down. Let me try to take him down. And then when he doesn't get that takedown and he gets cracked the second time, he's gonna fold. He's gonna be, I don't like MMA. I shouldn't have been doing this. This is not for me. I'm not about that life. He's not about that life, Brian. You're gonna see. He's not about that life. Taffa's gonna toffle him. Right? He's gonna crack that chin. He's gonna kick that leg. And then he's gonna be, oh, I don't know about this kicking stuff. Never learned that in my wrestling class. Never been kicked like, oh my God, I never been punched like that in my wrestling class. Oh my goodness, I've been practicing jiu-jitsu and I can't even get a submission. I don't even know what I'm doing. I got a square choke. Let me get this leg lock here. Come on. Williams might get a lucky club and sub, but no. It's not gonna happen, guys. What's the Brian lock? Give us the Brian lock. Let's discuss the Brian lock. Brian, put it up. Put it up there. Let's put your lock in there, and then we'll discuss it right now before we get to the bout about Juicy J and Lamas. I think that's the other bout that I want to discuss here next. But like I said, 100% takedown defense for Taffa against 40% takedown. Billy Q. Brian, hey man, I might have to tell you there, bro. And the odds have just changed, right? Zalal is no joke. Like the guys when you get asked back to the UFC, you've been doing something, right? I don't think the use of Zalal has been brought here just to for a show, right? I think I don't like where this fight is placed. I think I'm assuming they're going to headline the prelim card. I'm not going to look at UFC right now, but maybe somebody else can confirm that, because Billy Q, that's going to be fireworks. That could be one of the fight of the nights right there. Both these guys are super aggressive and very talented, good strikers. Zalal can grapple. He's pretty good. He's not a great wrestler, but he's a good jiu-jitsu guy, right? And he's not a submission. He's more of that. He's a very good, almost like it is more like a wrestling for him, a submission wrestling. Who was that? Oh, trying to think of like the catch wrestling style. Like that's like Zalal's jujitsu style. It's like more for control. Like he's not going to look for a submission, but he's very good in his control game, right? So they brought him back, right, to face Billy Q, and I think this is a very close matchup. They're very similar, same record, basically the same record, right? They have the same weight. Billy Q has a smaller. Zalal has better movement. He is a switch fighter. Look at the output from Billy Q though. 7.71 against 2.75. And I think that's because uh, Zalal has a few more takedowns. So Zalal, Yusuf Zalal mixes it up really well, but so does Billy Q. Billy Q does as well. I mean, they both don't have the best takedown accuracy, but have equivalent takedown defense, equivalent submissions. This card, I think getting Billy Q, let's go back here. Um, it should be a toss up. And Billy Q, Billy Quarantillo, and we saw him in Kansas City, man. I can't believe he lost that fight because he looked so fresh. The guy cuts weight extremely well. I think is he going up in weight in this fight? Someone might mention that. Zalal's now the favorite. It's the line flipped. The line flipped, guys. Wait, let me show you here. Sorry, guys. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, the line flipped, right? The line flipped here. Zalal is now the favorite. And I think getting Billy Q at dog money, Billy Q round three decision plus 140. I don't know about that bet since Brian, you're already getting Billy Q at that plus, almost plus money at this point on the money line at minus 105. Round three decision doesn't make any sense. There's no value there. So I just think Billy Q on the money line, and I'm going to tell you, I'm definitely throwing a half unit or to a full unit on that. I think it's worthwhile. The line is flipped. I think you're getting, it should be that. It should have been like a 50-50 even money bet. Maybe more money comes in on Zalal, you get a better price, but I think it's okay to lock that bet in right now on Billy Q or Yusuf Zalal, whichever side you're standing on. I think Billy Q is just going to be. Rivers has it minus 25. We'll get on DraftKings because you have Billy Q at minus 105 and Zalal, as you can see here, as you can see on the screen, Joy. Hopefully, Brian. Hopefully, it is coming out that you could actually see or able to see, in this presentation here through what I'm doing, that Billy Q's a favorite, man. I mean, an underdog. That's crazy. He was like a minus 180 favorite like a few days ago. Before you place your bet, guys, maybe we need to do a little research, get on Instagram. Maybe something happened. He was injured. Something had to have happened for the line to have flipped that much. We're talking drastic movement. Like going from a minus 180 favorite to now a minus 105 underdog is a huge, huge, huge like flop, right? That's a lot of movement. That means something in the past few days had to have happened because that just doesn't occur too often here. So I'm with you there. I'm on Billy Q. I'm happy placing a bet on that because I would have I didn't want to parlay him because I knew he was in a tough battle here. I knew he was in a tough fight. So I didn't want to use that as a parlay piece, but now that I'm able to just bet it on the money line, that will be one of my official bets here for this event is Billy Q on the money line with that at that dog money at minus 105. It's not plus money, but it's the same. So I'm very happy with that. So I'm with the greens with you there, Brian. Welcome, bow betters. I don't know what the website says. I'm not certain what the website says. Not certain at all. Let's get back to the next bout that I was very interested in betting here, and there is a line out there. This bout between Julian Erosa and Ricardo Ramos. Easy bet for me, guys. Easy bet. I don't trust Julian Erosa's chin. But going back to that theme of people that just don't want that smoke, like Brian doesn't really want that smoke. Don't want that smoke. You got me once. You got me once. I admit it. He got me once. I had to tap, but I've won. I won one before, so we're 1-1. We got to have the trilogy now, Brian. We got to do the trilogy. You got to get it. You got to get it. I might have to smack you a couple times. So Ramos does not like to be hit. Ramos is a runner. He's aggressive and juicy, Julian, but not against Julian Rosa. Julian Rosa is a good counterpuncher as well as offensive striker, right? If Ramos does not hit that chin and knock him out, Ramos will be running. He's going to be on that back foot, moving away from Julian Rosa. I think Julian Rosa is by far the better polished striker. Very, very, like his technique, like Bobby Green has that, Strickland, hands down, Philly shell, semi karate style, like almost Wonder Boyish. I like Julian Rosa's striking, and he's got a good ground game. Not the best wrestling, but if he's down there on the ground, I think he's going to have the jiu-jitsu advantage over Ramos. But here, going back to the theme, we're talking. Just because you're in the UFC doesn't mean you're a fighter. There are a lot of people in the UFC. They got there, they're into it, and they have some certain talent that enables them to get there. But there's certain people like Nate Diaz, a fighter, right? BJ Penn, we saw a fighter, right? Fucking Khabib, a fighter. Some of these people just, even though Chito Vera lost, he's a fighter. I did Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley's about that life. Sean O'Malley wants to fight. Marab wants to fight, right? I used to diss Cejudo. I sort of still diss Cejudo, but he wants to fight, right? You can't get to a certain level. These top tier guys, and Julian Rosa he's a journeyman now. He's been in this game long enough. He's facing a younger guy in Ramos, right? Younger guy in Ramos by how much here? Man, Rosa, look at that. 28 fights, 12 losses, right? He is 6 years older. He is by far more active in striking. 6.2 versus 3.21. More accurate. The problem is, look at that's the problem here against Juicy J. Juicy J fucking absorbs 7 strikes per minute in a fight. Dude, get some defense. Like, I just don't understand why these guys just like to be hit. I sort of understand it, but then I don't. They're willing to take one to give one, right? So strikes absorbed per minute, 3.78 versus 6.7. Striking defense, Rosa 47% against Ramos is 57%. Takedown average, Ramos has better takedowns, right? But it's not like great. He's 59% takedown accuracy. Ramos has 72% takedown defense compared to 61%. But here's the thing, Ramos likes being the hammer and cannot be the nail. Whereas Rosa doesn't mind being the nail and then will counter fight. And that's sort of his style. It's coming off of, Juicy J's coming off of 2 straight losses, right? And Ramos coming off that loss against Jourdain, which isn't bad, but he's lost against Tukukov. He beat Bill Algeo, lost to Laurent Murphy, where Juicy J beat Jourdain, right? We're not doing any. He beat Dewadu, right? At plus money, guys. Let's go look at this. Where are we at with I think another $50. I have to re-up my bank here, even though I'm down $400, guys. I have to re-up my bank. It sucks that I have to do that. But we're going to continue going. Yeah, Rosa at plus 150. I don't have to prop it out. I'm throwing a full unit. I'm throwing a full unit on Juicy J. Julian Rosa is going to be my second main play other than Justin Tafa of the night. I think those are the best two dogs. Wait, I didn't transition that. 1 second, guys. Yeah, those are the best 2 dogs that I think you could have. I don't think that you need to prop out those two bouts, and I don't think you're gonna drop out. One, that's the other thing, guys, that I'm really, really, really doing well, and Brian as well as Joey know this, and I've mentioned it to you in my channel before. I used to bet 40, 50 bets a fucking goddamn event, and I'm down to like five. Five places, five marks in my betting strategy now. I think long term it's gonna pay off better. Right? Right now I'm losing, right? I've made some wrong plays and made some right plays. It could have been a little bit less of a loss. It could have been a $40 loss if there wasn't the disqualification or the no contest last bout. If that had transpired, um, Jocelyn Nunez didn't pay out for me. I knew she was short. I knew that. I knew exactly what I was getting into. I knew the other woman was a lot larger, but I thought after that weight cut, which I think she faked. I think she completely intentionally botched her weight cut in order to have a bigger weight advantage against Jocelyn Nunez, and it worked. And for it to be a unanimous decision was ridiculous. That bout, she did no damage. Like like Nunez was not damaged at all. It was just a complete lay and pray. It normally doesn't work here, but again, I'm not going to whine about it. It is what it is. What I would say now for the future is don't assume that's because someone had a weight cut, and I have to do that for myself to remind myself that don't assume that because someone had a bad weight cut that there is instantly an advantage for their opponent. In fact, it's sort of the opposite, right? They depending on how much effort they really put into it. I think this girl put on a show. I think she put on the sad face when she went in the weigh-in. Oh, I'm missing weight, and just knew it the whole time. She's like, I'm not gonna bother with it. I'll take the 30% loss, and I'll get my win, and then I'll get another opportunity. I'll move up in ranks. I'll get another point opponent, and I'll get a payday. Um, I don't see the real advantage of that. Although did Khabib do that? I know Cejudo did that, right? Well, he missed weight a couple times back in his day, like twice in his time, right? Right. So, salut. Joey's wants to look at the so Julian Rosa money line, another one in bank it. Um, Miles John here. Miles John. Let's see where Miles John here, guys, is. Miles Johns. Miles Johns. Yeah. Oh, goddamn. Don't do that. Don't hit that. I like Miles Johns, but I don't think that they're against Cody Gibson. I mean, is there any meat there? Right? Like, let's look at the lines here. I don't think that there's any. Yeah, Miles John at minus 155, not horrible. I mean, playing Miles Johns at the money line, if you're so inclined, we did that with Battle last week at that same number, that minus 155. I put a unit on Battle to win 67, right? So if you just went with Miles Johns on that money line, if you went 100, 100 one unit, if not more, you're gonna win about the same amount, $64, right? So I don't hate that. I just don't trust Johns enough. Like, I mean, he's durable. Oh, wait, what's going on here? What's going on here, guys? Okay. Yeah, Johns, uh, I think he's pretty solid, right? Like, I think he's going to have the advantage here at the activity, right? He's oh, look at he absorbs less strikes. He has better defense, striking defense, similar wrestling, not great takedown accuracy, great takedown defense, right? So, man, Cody Gibson's a beast though, but Johns is very active as well. I'm going to stay away from that bout. I don't think it's worth it. I think Gibson is a dog. and so is John's. And it's sort of like very similar, not necessarily style of fighting, but at least fight mentality. Like, both guys want to scrap. That's the theme of this discussion right now. Like people that actually want to scrap, and John's as well, especially this kid, Gibson. Cody Gibson wants to scrap. Right? He's not going to give up. He's not going to falter. And same with Miles Johns. Where John's going to have problems if Gibson is going to stay in this fight. Like, I think yes to go the distance here. I don't think that he's going to be able to. Yes to go the distance. The over 2.5 is minus 190. So they're looking for this to go the distance. Right? I would agree with that. Yes to go the distance, minus 165. Yeah. So Vegas agrees with me on this. That would be the play, but there's no meat on the bone there. Just stay away from that. I would say just stay away from this bout. I don't think that, in order to get value out of what your bet would be, Joey, you'd have to put like $300 down to get that, uh, 180 or dollars. And so you'd have to make a good wager amount. You just can't do it on the one unit. If you're on Miles Johns, you actually have to bet $300 to $500 to really get value where your return on your investment is worthwhile, right? Sometimes it's worth the 100 to make 60 is worthwhile too, right? You're making $60 on a $100 bet, not horrible, right? But considering like myself in my situation where I'm going to have a limited bankroll for this because I'm already in the hole, I can't afford more than like an additional $200. I already have $100 on Tafa. I'm going to throw $100 on Arosa. And did I say, who else did I say here before? And then $100 or $50 on Billy Q, right? So I'm already over what my budget was. So I'm going to just do that. I'm going to stick to that and, go from there. Just that those are going to be my primary bets. I don't see another area or a fight that I'm interested in from a betting perspective. I don't. Oh, yeah, maybe here. Wait, let's see what that is. I mean, do I fade Shabazian? I'm not a big. My problem there is I'm not a big fan, right, of AJ Dobson. I'm just he's another one of those guys that just doesn't do it for me. I think him and Shabazian are very similar. In terms of attitude, we're talking like the fight attitude, right? Like they're. I want to put money on people that want to fight, right? As well as win money. I win money, but I don't see these guys, either of them being a killer, right? So if anything, I would look towards AJ Dobson being, for that dog money, right? Because Shabazian, if he doesn't get you out like early, like that first round and a half, he's gonna fade. And if Dobson can actually wrestle, like actually get some takedowns, because Shabazian's takedown defense is 63%. His accuracy, and he's going against AJ Dobson, who has 75% takedown accuracy. Not really the best wrestler in my opinion. I think that like it I think Shabazian has that advantage on the feet. We'll see what Ronda Rousey saw in this kid. He was supposed to be highly touted, just being a good striker. I think there's just a little hype on him. We've seen that, he's durable. He could take it. No wrestling whatsoever. Like if Dobson could take this down, he could hold Shabazian down forever. But Dobson doesn't even have like submission wise, like point. Like no. I mean, I'm gonna stay away from it. I don't think that I might put something on Dobson on the money line at that plus 165 number. I just don't have a lot of faith or security in doing that. I'm already out trying to bail myself out of this little hole that I'm in, and I want to recoup, get back to even, where then I could increase my bankroll and sort of start anew, right? Because I admit, like, admittedly to you guys, I'm a little gun shy right now. Being down $400 is not cool. But I bailed myself out of more last year. Full disclosure, all transparency, guys. I think I was down. Was I down? I was down $1,700, or if not more than that, probably a little over $2,000 to recoup and finally only lose $600 to $700 for the year last year. I lost $600, $700, which isn't bad considering how much I bet. The volume of the betting that I did, right, in terms of the volume of the bets or money that I or bankroll that I banked, because we're talking thousands of dollars, and then we're talking, maybe even though I'm limited it, we're still talking a good amount of bets, maybe close to 100 bets. Hopefully not more. We've definitely we've been a lot better, a lot. Even last year, I have to track that. I have to look that in DraftKings. So like my betting bets wagered and amount wagered has been better. Right? I used to play, the days of the $10 bets are done. Right? I don't do that anymore. You guys are welcome to do that. Lottery bets, lottery ticket bets. Go on ahead. Not me. Don't do that anymore. I think it's a waste of time. I may have lost less money and I may have come out like even more often than not. I'm looking, as I mentioned, everybody else, I'm always looking for that, like double up, triple up, quadruple up, significant profitability, significant ROI, or else I don't want to bet it, right? I'm not going to be gun shy. I'm not going to be dilly dallying here and there. I'm doing finally what my friends always suggested is pick your spots, go large on your spots, bigger risk for your reward, stick to those, and that's it, right? So I'm not spreading myself thin, going all over the place. That's what I'd recommend to you guys. Also, the bet within your limitations. Set your bankroll. A lot of guys don't talk about that. Again, I mentioned the Fight Night Picks guys. I saw their episode this week where I really did appreciate where they broke down their transparency of their winning percentages, how much they're not like they're like big gamblers on the big channel, and I appreciate that they are not like one guy's up like $800, the other dude's up like $600. I appreciate that kind of honesty. They're not saying, hey, we're making fucking thousands over here, we're fucking at the strip club, let's make it rain. They're actually like, I'm up $800, I'm at a 60% winning percentage. The other dude was a little less than that, I think, or higher than that, I'm sorry, but actually made less money. I forget how I explained it, but I appreciated that shit. I may not like the guys themselves. I may not like the present, whatever, whatever. I'm not horrible against them. I just am different. I actually like Ranj and Dave a lot better. More like a common guy and regular Joe kind of gambler and presentation and opinion kind of person. So I appreciate that sort of format more than anything else. Just genuine people being genuine. At least they're genuine when it comes to the transparency, and so am I. So I'm gonna, unfortunately, I have to tell you that I'm down $400, and we're just in fucking March on what is it, event 5, event 6 of the year. So I'm in the negative, right? So it's tough, but let's see what we could recoup a couple little here. But I'm re-upping, right? So I could get myself further in the hole, right? And I think last year I made some big bets in the wrong moment. I'm talking like a $300 bet, $400 bet that I lost, a couple of those, and a few max bet, which for me is like 3 units. The largest bet I'm going to make on anything is $300, whether it's a money line bet or even a prop bet. I will bet a prop bet at $300 if I think I'm successful at. But that is sort of where my limitations are. We're not going to see that at all in this bet. Although I'm really liking that Billy Q line. I'm really liking the Tafa play, right? That at plus money. And what was the other bout that Julian Erosa, man. I'm really liking those three plays right there, guys. I'm very Billy Q, Julian Erosa, Tafa. You know what I'm gonna do? It's crazy. It's gonna crazy. Let's see what it is, guys. We're gonna let's see what we get here, guys. 1 second here. Let's see what we get here. That Miles Johns. You get the fuck out of here with that Miles Johns. Oh, not that. Julian Rosa. Billy Q. And Justin Taffa. Dude, a 3-pick is plus 1169. So a quarter unit, $25 will net you close to $300. All dogs. My 3 dogs on this card. Rosa, Billy Q, Justin Taffa gets you there to plus 1169. Not bad at all, guys. That's where you put your lottery ticket bet on something like that. On a $10, you're going to win $126. Right? Not horrible. Not horrible. Maybe even in a rounds robins, but I would just say just risk the $10 on the ooh. Okay, what's good I didn't show that. I can't show that. Good that didn't show that, but that's what we're at there. Well, if you've made it this far, you are about better. That, you know, there's not a lot of participation in the chat. I'll stick around for a moment. I'll have another beer maybe. Let's see if there's another fight we can discuss here. Do I want to dis? I don't want to have nothing to do with Mick Parkin and Muhammad Usman. Like, they're going to open it up for us. Is there another fight where I'm... Ooh, Trey Ogden and Havlock. Oh, yes, there's one more fight. There's one more fight we're going to discuss. This is going to be a good fight. It's, yeah, it's right there. Peyton Talbot versus Cameron Simone. Man, this is going to, you know, 2 young guns, man. This Peyton Talbot is a badass. You know, we haven't even seen his grappling yet. His jiu-jitsu, right? Fierce kid. Let me go get another Modelo, guys. I'm going to be double fisting. Double fisting. It's a double fister day. Double fister day, guys. That's what today is. Double fisting. Look at that watch. Look at that fucking beautiful fucking watch there. Japanese made. That thing. Blah. The movement in behind there, guys. Look at that beautiful movement. Look at that. Open heart so you can see the movement on the face. $200, guys. Looks as beautiful as a Rolex almost. Almost. Remember, guys, with a lot of watches as well as luxury items, and I do buy luxury items. I do have a few luxury items. You could go, like, for example, the sweater that I'm wearing is a Michael Kors sweater. Feels nice. It's not that great. It's not the best fabric, but it works. It has a nice color. When it was new, it just had a better sheen to it. Like, I've washed it a bunch, but I got it at Marshall's. I'm sorry. I got this at Macy's. I got it at Macy's, but I only got it for like $20. It's a $20 Michael Kors sweater. $20. Can't beat it. You like this $200 watch. It's quality because it has great Japanese manufacturing history, and it's an Orient watch. It's a legit watch manufacturer for $200. A beautiful face, beautiful silver, excellent finishing. The dial is fantastic. The casing is awesome. Great weight. The movement on it is awesome. I love being able to like hear it, and when I do this, and I can hear it sort of winding, and when I'm talking, I could feel the movement. excellent feel on the wrist. Like not just as a piece of jewelry, but also as a piece of engineering. I know that I have a very nice, well engineered watch here, right? That sure, like with Rolex, Audemars Piguet, your there are other watches that I would prefer. I would think that don't have the name, but actually do have like Breguet, and a few other Vacheron Constantin and a few other the watchmakers that I enjoy, like more of a dress watch that make more fine timepieces than fashion or you're buying just like Gucci, Louis Vuitton. You guys have all seen this. A lot of times, you're paying for the brand. You're not paying for the actual piece, right? There's this guy, an Italian guy. He goes and deconstructs all the handbags that women pay and people pay thousands of dollars for, and he'll be like, "Oh, this is like $400 worth of leather here, if that." To construct it, like 50. You normally it's in the $200 range for like a bag that people spend $2,000 or $3,000 for. Like it's like $200 worth of time and materials. So it goes to show you how much goes into the marketing and what you're really paying for to have that particular item, right? So you could have quality pieces like this, right? That are affordable, that are still elegant, that still, and that's even with the clothing. You could go and whether your style is more sporty, your style is more gentry, you don't have to get that $100 white shirt from Brooks Brothers. You can mix and match. And a good thing, what I do, for example, I have a nice new white shirt that I bought, and the shirt was only $50. But what I'll do is I'm going to go to Hermes, and I'm going to look for a particular tie, an Hermes tie that is distinctive. Everyone's going to know. They're not going to know what shirt I'm wearing, but people are going to know that that's an Hermes tie. So that's what I do. I'll mix and match. I'll spend less money on the shirt, even though it still feels good. I didn't like the construction and quality that much. And now I'm just talking because no one's here anyway. So you guys could, if we're not talking MMA, you're not interested in clothing, you're not interested in this bout, go earlier, go back into the stream. You're welcome. If you made it this far, you're not only about better, but I appreciate you hanging out. But yeah, so I'll spend $100 or $150 on that tie, and people would say, "Oh, that's ridiculous. Why are you spending a fucking $100 on a fucking tie or $150 on that tie?" Well, it's going to be the element that people are going to look at, right? They're not going to say, "Oh, what a nice shirt you have." They're going to be like, "Wow, that's a nice tie you have," right? Like that's the eye catcher. So I'll sacrifice the shirt price and the quality a little bit, but I won't on my tie. The tie, I'll spend more money. That's 2 times or 3 times what the shirt is, in order to, because that's what's going to pop. That's going to be more distinctive and more quantifying, or at least not quantifying, but that's what's going to be the eye catcher. That's what's going to pop, is the tie. So I'm going to spend more money on the tie than I am the shirt, right? Spend more money on the shoes rather than the pants, if that makes any sense to you, because that's something that I would do too, right? I would just get some cheaper pants, like some $50, $40, even $20, $30 pants, and I'll buy some $200 shoes, right? Spend more money on your belts, right? Like I've recently gone with Aronson belts. The belt today, right? I got my fat old belly. No, but these belts are pretty sweet. Hard to operate here. And Joey's hating this. Getting on and off these friggin' belts is not easy. Ooh, ooh, it's a little latch. Oh, I just made it tighter. Come on. Shit. Ugh. The only thing I'm not gonna. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. So this belt system has these notches here, right? It doesn't have holes. You see how hard, though, it is to mess with. So it clasps in, fits perfect. And so this is chocolate suede here. So the belt, so if you're going to buy it, I don't mind people buying a Gucci belt. I think that it has gotten a little played out. I think like people just want the buckle, Nowadays, that's why I'm happy with these belts. I bought 3 belts for $128. I think you're smarter to buy something like I did. And the buckles are quick releases, right? Right, guys. So I could interchange these and replace it with a different buckle if I wanted to, right? So I have like a gold one. I have a rose gold buckle. I have a black onyx buckle. I think I have like 6 different buckles. So I could pair this belt. Ooh, I could pair this belt with 6 different, with 6 different buckles. So if I'm wearing something with rose gold, if I'm wearing a rose gold watch, I can put on the rose gold one. If I want the brush metal, I can use the brush metal. So these are Anson belts. I highly recommend them. Anson, let's see here. Let me see here, guys. Yeah. Is it Anson? Anson belts. That's the holder for this. Here's the black one that I have. Black belt. Right? Like that. That's the black buckle. Right? Black onyx. The black belt. I haven't cut this one. I haven't worn it. I don't wear black very much, if at all. The other thing that I want to do is get like some engraving on these. Right? But yeah, I could take this buckle off and put it on right now if I wanted to. But yeah. So Anson belts, go check them out. Good quality leather, great versatility. Because you can take off the buckle for the price and the quality. Yes, you can go to Marshalls, even Marshalls, and buy a belt that's reversible for $20. But for just a bit more, just about, I guess almost double, you can get something that's a lot better in quality, that's a lot more versatile. And I would recommend these belts, these Anson belts, over anything out there, including your luxury belts, because what real gentleman has, other than Ferragamo, I know the kids like wearing their belts nowadays, the Gucci and all this other stuff, but I'd strongly suggest for something more understated, a little more, not as flashy, belts like that. Do 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 do. Yeah, let me. I don't want to have a product placement for what I'm drinking right now. But yeah, going back to this fight, back to the fights, guys. You're always going to get product reviews. You're always going to. I'm going to mention some things to you. This is our time. It's not my time. It's our time, right? I'm always going to throw some shit out there that that other guys won't. Like they're, and to say that I'm not strictly about fights, I think my record and the volume of content that I create speaks for itself. Go look at the library, take a look at some of the cigar reviews, take a look at the lives and the sips and smoke that I do. Support the beers that I local crafts people that are here in Chicago, or some of the national brands. Go buy some of the cigars that I go support your local tobacconist. Go to a cigar shop, enjoy, smoke. Go to Amazon, buy some of the shit that I might talk about, like this Bushnell. If you're into firearms and you want a very inexpensive, good quality red dot, this Bushnell, man, this is a no-brainer. That's why they sold there's like 30,000 reviews or something like that on this thing. So that means they sold at least like maybe 300,000 of these units here. And there's a reason why. Because it's a good value, right? It's a good price. It's like, the thing's durable. I have it on my PC carbine. I have it on a shotgun. I have it on a 22 rifle that I have. I have it on now. That one's for my 22 pistol. Then I'm gonna put it on. So just a great buy. So I encourage people to buy those things. Like I encourage another. Well, I can't do a review on those, but I like, yeah, Orient watch. If you want an inexpensive, luxury looking watch for $200, go buy an Orient on Amazon, right? Again, guys, you don't have to spend an arm and a leg to feel good or purchase something that I think is of value. Um, Go buy some silver. I love that I'm just on these these tangents. I love this Canadian. I'm uh, partial to Canada because I lived in Canada for years and my son's Canadian, right? Love these Canadian coins. I want to buy more of them. I think I will. Unfortunately, that's my one of my other big faults besides just drinking in general is that when I drink, I tend to shop, and I'll end up buying like even though those coins are I think like $8 over spec, like silver's trading at like $22, I'll end up buying like 10 of those or more of those because I just love them. I just love looking at the maple leaf and touching them and oh, let me hold one in my hand as I contemplate what I'm going to do here because I don't think that we have any value on here, right? It's I think it's a dog or pass situation in this particular bout, right? I think that Peyton Talbot by far is going to be the better striker. He's going to be faster. He's switch stance. He's super good movement. He's got the reach advantage. He's got a little slight height advantage. More active, better accuracy, as I mentioned before. Both, not as good defense supposedly, but I think he has better takedown defense. And I don't know what it. I mean, I'm sorry, his striking defense. His takedown defense is 88%, and I think that like even if Cameron Simon got this to the ground, I think Peyton Talbot is. We haven't even seen his ground game yet. I think he has one. If someone can go into the uh, Ishmael Ahmed, you have a question. Go on ahead, sir. Ishmael, go on ahead. Ask your question, y'all. I'm very honest. You could ask me anything you want, man. I'm an open book. But going back to this Peyton Talbot here, um, I think even on the ground, and Cameron Saman is supposed to be like a really good jujitsu guy. Uh, but oh, the messengers are attracted. Did you sorry to say something very negative, Ishmael? You could say something negative. I didn't retract that. I didn't take your message off of there, Ishmael. I don't know why Ishmael Ahmed. Can you say Happy Ramadan? I don't think we could say Happy Ramadan. I'm happy for those that are in Ramadan. Next year, I'm going to do Ramadan myself, even though I'm not Muslim. I'm going to do the Ramadan ritual. Um, I think it's like a good idea to cleanse your body that way. I need to cleanse myself from fucking drinking this beer and fucking the bad food that I eat. Although they eat really good food at the end of the night, right? When it's sundown, you could re-energize, almost like cutting weight, right? Oh, he asks, what do I think is more important for fitness, weightlifting or cardio? Um, Ishmael, that for me, even though I'm not a physical trainer, I'm not a physical person. I'm going to always lean on the cardio, right? I don't think because lifting weights is more for strength training. I think cardio, you gain a lot more from your cardio, from running, swimming, jogging, cycling, some of the other things. You're going, I think for fitness, by far, I'm going to always lean towards cardio. I've never been a fitness guy myself, but I would say that one thing that's always helped me in my surfing, in my snowboarding, in my skateboarding is I don't quit. Like I could skateboard all fucking day. I could surf 8 hours. I don't have to take a break, or I'll take a half hour. My cardio, or it's not even about my fitness or my strength. It's just my drive to do what I'm doing has been there because part of it is mental, and the other part is that doing it. Like, I'm always a big proponent of whatever sport you're into, do that sport. I'll favor strongly somebody that works on like their basketball technique, their shooting, for example, shooting drills and running drills, right? A basketball player that does like, okay, I'm going to do defensive drills and I'm going to drill basketball shit rather than just, oh, lifting weights and running and cycling or doing these other things. Practice what you want to do. If you're a bowler, bowl. If you're a golfer, golf. I think Tiger Woods fucked up his career because he's out there at Goggins doing all this fitness stuff and ended up fucking his whole career up because the physical training taxed him and cost him his career. Like, he could have been far further, been an old man, have no injuries, but he was lifting weights. He was doing all these things that were not related to his sport that hurt him, right? Look at soccer players. They're the same way, right? Soccer players aren't built big, muscular, big dudes, you know? They're doing things that benefit what their outcomes want to be. So that's my recommendation is like whatever your intent or sport or what your goal is how you should train or orient yourself to do. I unfortunately, I'm more of a, do what I say, not what I do. Um, who do I think is the best grappler and welter in the UFC men? Um, is Rachmanov in that division in the welterweight? Ishmael, I don't get too much into who's the best there because I'm a gambler, right? I don't get into these discussions who's the best striker, who's the greatest this or that. All those things don't matter anything to us gamblers. It's like I need to look at the matchup, like this matchup between Peyton Talbot and Cameron Samon. I'm in here my goal is to make money and enjoy UFC. I enjoy it as well. But my goal is to make money, right? The ultimate goal is to pick my winners, to get a profit, to make competent betting decisions that allow me to buy watches, that allow me to buy shoes, and that I'm not in the losing anymore. So, um, they are definitely, again, you could be the best grappler in the UFC, right? And not necessarily be a UFC champion. And not necessarily, even against another grappler, maybe not an MMA grappler versus a regular grappler. Let's look at like Bo Nickel. Like Bo Nickel is going to be a good example of if someone is well-rounded enough to be a champion. Like right now, Bo Nickel, yeah, you're paying a lot of money for him. Good grappler, but he's not the best grappler. I think that his mom said interest in this. Not do research on it. Don't gamble on the afterlife. Yeah, all right, thank you, man. Yeah, I like I said, it's with Ramadan. I like that's a great concept. It's as a religion and as a practice where there's this humbling and humility week where you have to invest in yourself and into your spirituality. I really respect that. I think that is really, really cool. So yeah, adios. Thank you, Ishmael. Yeah, it's not just an interest in that. It's he retracted everything. I don't know why. Probably because he can't participate with someone drinking fucking Mike's hard cider. Double fisting over here. But our bets are in, guys. If you made it this far, you are about better. I appreciate any discussion here on anything. But yeah, going back to what Ishmael was saying, like even myself, like from my personal experience, I'm not trying to be a champion. I don't understand why some people invest so much into the narcissism and into bodybuilding for what? Like if they don't actually, I get it. They think that it helps them and it's going to provide them with some longevity in life that they perceive or feel themselves as healthy. I'm always performance based, right? Like I bet a lot of those healthy people, you could be out of shape, I could be fat as I could still shoot a basketball better than you. I mean, I can't. I mean, I played basketball when I was a kid. Grew up playing basketball. I'm here from Chicago. We ball. I may not be able to dribble faster than you. I may be able to run faster than you. I may be able to jump better than you, but I will shoot the ball better than you. You know, I'm out of shape, fat and out of shape. I'll still shoot your lights out. You know, if you're not guarding me, you know, I'm gonna score. You're gonna be hating me, right? And if I'm active and I'm guarding you, you're gonna hate me too because I play good defense actually. Like back in the day, I used to. Like I was tenacious, but I can still shoot. All you got to, just like in tennis, all you got to do is serve. If I could, which I can do at tennis. I'm horrible at tennis, but if I play against somebody that's like doesn't play tennis, I'm gonna beat them all day. I can serve the ball. There's no way they're gonna return the serve unless you know how. And to somebody who plays tennis, my serve is horrible. But if you don't play tennis, same with racquetball, right? Like there's certain sports where like I'm gonna beat you just out of just serving the ball. You're not gonna be able to hit the serve, so it's gonna be boring for me, right? Unless you actually play that sport a lot, which I'm gonna probably lose or whatever. But it's the same, like it's a skill sport, right? Like look at the fat people that play golf. They'll beat you in golf all day, even though they're out of shape. Fucking don't even hit. Or an old man, a senior citizen, will beat you in golf. Just putting away, just chipping little chip shots all fucking day. Just go, okay, I'm just around the fairway. Ooh, I'm still on the fairway. You're over there in the woods. You're over there in the rough. You're over there in the sand trap. Oh, you hit one in the water. You know, you lost. The old man who's 20 years older than you, who hits like the ball like 50 yards shorter than you, still beats you. It's again, guys. It's what you want out of what physically you do. Like I'm at the age where I just physically want to work. I still want to surf. I don't have to surf at a high level anymore. I quit skateboarding because my knees are done, but I don't have to skate at a high level anymore. So I can still get out there. So push around up and down the obstacles and things like that. Because still ollie up a curve. So all I ever wanted to do was be able to ollie up a curb. First thing I saw a skateboarder do, and the joy of skateboarding is just being able to do that. When I saw that person's ollie up a curb, I felt like they were flying. I saw that and I was like, I want to do that. And as long as I could do that, the rest, I could still do it on 54. I could still ollie up a curb. So skate down the street, ollie up a curb full speed, no problem. Right? That's all I ever wanted to be able to do. Still can do it. Not going to be not very well as lately, we'll see. But yeah, again, it's what you want to do with your physical presence. And I think there's a lot that you can do. And I think a lot of people waste a lot of time in the gym. I think that you're better off picking up a skill, learning to cycle, go mountain climbing, go hiking. Even on the bicycle, I like bicycling better. Interact with your environment. I think the gym rats and the gym mentality is it's sort of a closed mindset and a closed life set, right? Like you're in a closed environment. You could train in your room in the closet. You're in the closet basically. I think you're better off going out in the world and enjoying the world. If you're not a pro athlete, right? And that isn't what you do. You're better off going out and into the world and interacting with the world. I'm not drunk here. I'm just letting you guys know it's a better fruition for yourself. There's better outcomes and it's just more enjoyable to be part of the world as opposed to seclude yourself in yourself. And for what? Like your body looks good. Like you still weights don't hit back. Like like Bruce Lee said, like boards don't hit back. Weights don't hit back. You might look good. What are you gonna do? Like we've been watching The 100. If you guys watched the Netflix series The 100, where they have all these good-looking, great Korean athletes, it's a show out of Korea. Really cool. Really, really interesting to watch. Where yeah, they all look fucking good, but they all put in the challenges, and it's surprising to see who wins out over what, right? And I'm sort of that same way. It's like, what is it that you want to accomplish with your looks? If it's to gain women or men, so you can feed that side, or if it's to do some activity. I need to get back into it. Admittedly, I have not been physically active and very healthy. Obviously, obviously, haven't been very healthy for quite some time. And my main thing now is just to be able to work well because I'm not going to be able to retire until I'm pretty damn old. So the main goal is just to be healthy so I can work, which sucks. It's not a great outlook. You know, you want to be healthy so that you could have sex when I'm fucking 70 years old, right? And so that you can still go hiking with your grandkids, right? You don't have to trail back. You don't have to be on a wheelchair when you're 70 years old. You could still walk up the mountain with them or go swimming with them, right? Like that's more what the goal should be, right? I don't want to be in a wheelchair peeling oranges, handing it to my grandchild where I want to be able to like not necessarily climb up the tree, but grab the orange and peel it for him and walk around the orchard. I'm gonna be an orchard in my life, but yeah, I'd rather do something like that than uh yeah. So we've gone way beyond what we have been talking about. Now we are just talking shit right now. So I'm gonna boom. Just talking shit. We're just talking shit. So I'm gonna throw. Man, I'm just gonna throw myself in there. Yeah, we're just talking shit. We're not even talking MMA right now. Welcome, bout betters. Yeah, uh, and a lot of. I don't even want to get into that. I don't even want to discuss some of those other things, but um, yeah, it's physically. I think that it being physically strong is important, but you'd be surprised how you could develop that physical nature or that physical conditioning through just participating in what it is that you like to do, right? Like, or even things that you don't normally do. Like, if you're a physical guy, you don't normally climb a tree, go try to climb in a tree. Go climb a rock, right? You're a skateboarder, go snowboarder, go try climbing that rock. Play basketball, get in that game. You're not even a basketball player. It's not your thing. Go and play the basketball game. You know, go golfing and say, "Oh no, I can't do that. I'm not. That's not my thing." No, why not enjoy those physical aspects of life, right? Like that's what's important. Especially most of us that are people that are in my channel, people that gamble, people that are in this YouTube sphere. This is not it. The YouTube thing, it's fun to do and it's fun to be in social media and in those even those physical trainers that are in social media that's the other thing that I don't like about like MMA fighters who instantly become philosophers, like Joe Rogan, for example. Like, oh, I'm a actor, comedian, and now I'm fucking a journalist, a reporter, and philosopher. It's like, dude, you're not. It's not you. You're just you are a regular Joe, and you should have been playing that more. And I think that was what his appeal was, and uh, yeah, I just don't get it. I do get it, but it's just no, I'm not talking anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. Move that away. I'm just rambling, guys. I've been here sleeping before, so I could do this all day. I have my girlfriend coming, so I will be going out to dinner soon. We'll be going out. It's cold here in Chicago, but Ahmed got me on that discussion. So the point was practice not what you preach, but practice what you want to practice. Right? Like what you want to get good in, keep doing that thing, and you'll get better at it. If you want to be an ice skater, go ice skating every day for 4 hours a day. for 2 years. You don't know how to ice skate right now. I guarantee you, after 2 years, you're gonna be doing a double Lutz. You're gonna be skating backwards. You're gonna be playing hockey. You're gonna be good at it, right? Invest the time in doing what you want to do. The goal should be an action. It shouldn't be static. And I think that's the problem with weightlifting is the goal, your personal best is always static in my opinion still. It's to look a certain way, it's to get here, to get there, and it's like it's not a real genuine goal to be a bodybuilder, weightlifter, uh, power lifter. I think that uh, strategy or that sport is a very static sport. Even though there is an increment where it's measurable, right? They measure up. Oh, I'm up. What are you saying? It's static. I'm lifting 5 more pounds than I did last time, or 10 pounds more, and look at my muscles this way. I can't tell you because I ran a moving company, um, and I would have to tell the big guys, big weightlifting guys, big kids, pace yourself. We were going up these fucking 6 flights of stairs all day, unfortunately, because there's no fucking elevator. Pace yourself. Don't lift. Don't strong man. Get help. We're gonna help you. We're gonna dual lift these things. We're gonna do them all together. Can't tell you how many big guys at the end of the day. I can't do this. Can't do it. I'm done. So many. So many. And then a little guy, like myself, or little fat guy, or little guy. Okay, I'm doing this. Okay, we got it. All day. Going back to the weight cardio versus strength. A lot of people may differ against me, but I, man, shouldn't have gotten necessarily into training, but I really do like the way I do train. When I train, I'm doing more like running up hills with a medicine ball, right? Or I'm climbing stairs. Like if I'm training and not skating or not snowboarding or not swimming, I don't mind swimming. I'll swim. I'll paddle. Like in the summertime, like even though um, there are no waves, I'll take my surfboard out. I'll jump on the surfboard, and rather than stand up paddle, or I'll paddle. I'll just get out there and paddle on the surfboard in the lake. Just paddle for an hour. Paddle, 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 and I'll do that just to physically get ready for surfing when I do get the chance to surf. So I'll do shit like that, right? Oh, is that my door? No, that was my fridge. Yeah, so I'll paddle and I'll do stuff like that. And so I believe more in doing the things that you want to accomplish. And I keep repeating myself because I don't have anybody participating where I'm talking about anything else. So we have been discussing UFC Fight Night, RIBAS versus NAMAJUNAS. And if you've made it this far, you are a bout better. I'm going to go offline because nobody's participating anymore, and I'm going to rant to myself. And I appreciate anybody that's came into the stream, liked and subscribed. Have a good week, guys. We're going to see you. We're going to do more content. We're going to continue pumping this shit out. We're going to be at UFC St. Louis. We're going to be going to Cabo again. We're going to Indonesia. We're going to be traveling. We're going to make some travel logs. Like and subscribe. Stay on this channel. I'm going to share my life with you. I'm going to share things with you just as you share with me. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you very much. We're out. Oh, 3 bets. Tafa, Arosa, right? Arosa and Billy Q. Billy Q. The 3 bets. We might even parlay them. All right, those are the bets for this weekend, guys. Let's see what happens. Look for my shorts. Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you very much.